What up, YouTube? Shout out Cartoon 53, man. Cartoon did a video recently about Tookie, the night he was executed, and it caught my attention. I thought it was a good topic. A lot of people want me to do a reaction video. I'm not doing a reaction video to what the homie had to say. I'm going to just give you my version of that day. Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories.
I'm a getting money ass nigga. I ain't chasing shit unless it's money and liquor. Nah, I ain't no referee, but she know I'm a physical. She got both ass cheek bouncing, that's double dribble. That ass perfect, baby. I love the way you bend it over the twerking, baby. You know you doing that shit on purpose, baby.
I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories.
So obviously, this one takes place December 12th to 13th in 2005. That's the night that Tookie was executed. And I remember that night very, very well because it wasn't just the fact that Tookie got executed, but I probably remember it well because of what happened the night Tookie was executed. So let me give it to you. So in 2005, few months prior to December, I had purchased a home in Las Vegas. So I'm about to be back and forth, Vegas and LA every week or weekend. And we had got the news that Tookie was going to be executed.
Stanley Williams has spent 23 years, nearly half his life, at San Quentin State Prison near San Francisco, awaiting execution for robbing and murdering 4 people. Williams says since he's been on death row, he's had time to reflect on the violence and destruction he caused by founding the Crips, the most notorious street gang in America.
Tookie was going to be executed by his former associate, the governor of California, Republican. I don't know if Cartoon told y'all that, but another Republican. We'll leave the politics out.
The bigger issues facing Governor Schwarzenegger has Tookie Williams rehabilitated himself by denouncing violence, encouraging a gang truce, and writing children's books. And is there a lingering doubt about the validity of his murder convictions?
And I will be reading and doing all the research on it so we make the right decision.
That decision is now likely to come tomorrow as preparations for Williams' execution go forward. He's scheduled to die by lethal injection 1 minute after midnight, Tuesday morning.
But the asshole decided to execute Tookie. Now, me being younger, never met Tookie, never ran across Tookie, never corresponded with Tookie. I didn't know a whole lot of facts about Tookie because where I come from, some of my homies loved and respected Tookie, and some did not. But it was universal that Tookie was this big figure of the Crips, particularly the West Side. See, where I come from, or what I had learned and the people I associated with, you had a lot of other big figures from the 30s to the 100s. I'm not saying they were bigger than Tookie, had a bigger impact, or none of that. But we also had a homeboy, Lil Fee, who everybody from the set loves and respects. The honorable one had an incident with Tookie, and so that split on death row, we chose sides. Also, Tookie was very Blue Note friendly, and a lot of my homies and dudes that I met from Compton and other sets were CCO friendly. So it was always some type of conflict. Though I was never wrapped up in none of that stuff. I hadn't been to prison when the CCO and Blue Notes was up and running, the Vanguards and BGF and all that stuff. Whatever set you from, you always gonna roll or depending on what homies you mess with, you're gonna always be biased toward whatever they got going on. Then the fact that my older homies was split on Tookie. Some loved and respected him. Some just didn't like him because when they were up and coming, when they were making a name for the Rolling 60s, Tookie was a lot older and Tookie was biased toward other sets. But he wasn't biased against the set. He was just biased for the sets that he grew up with, or dudes that he grew up with from those particular sets. That's all. But the homies felt some type of way when Tookie would ask them to baby oil him. You know, back then, Tookie had a lot of OGs putting baby oil on his muscles so he could flex, you know what I'm saying, and look good and lead the pack shined up, you know what I mean? Him and Jamel would be leading packs of Crips to parties and the picnics and meetings, stuff like that. And the homies just wasn't with it. Homies wasn't going for that. So we got some that, you know, respected him and some that wanted to do their own thing. But make no doubt about it, Tookie was the face of the West Side. And so we was always going to gravitate toward the homie Lil Feet when Lil Feet got into it with Tookie on Death Row. But at the time of his execution, whether you liked Tookie or didn't like Tookie, we was all pro Took. This man is a Crip. He's the epitome of Crip. And he's a black man. And you got a white guy, a Republican, who was jealous of Tookie, who had known Tookie from Venice Beach, from Muscle Beach, back in the 70s. Straight asshole wants to execute Tookie. So we didn't like that. So automatically, regardless of everything else, we didn't want to see Tookie executed. We found no joy in that. And worldwide, man, he represents Crip. And he's known as the Crip. So the talk around my section was, how are the Bloods going to perceive this execution? Are the Bloods going to be happy? Or the Bloods going to not be happy? And then we worried about other homies. Like, you got Crips on death row all throughout the east side, all throughout the west side. And we don't want to see those homies executed. Not one. Don't matter if they enemies. We didn't want none of them to be executed. We didn't want no black men, no Crips being executed. So that was the talk around town. What's the funeral going to be like? Are we all going to go? Some of us going to go? Are Bloods going to go? Are we going to tear up the city? We going to tear it up execution night or funeral night? So it was talk about another riot, but then there was others like just feeling sad, like it was a very empty feeling. You know when something bad's going to happen and it just seemed like all the sound go away from your ears? Yeah, that's how it was. So on that night that Tookie was to be executed, I went and picked old girl up that used to come by the house, the homegirl. She used to come over my house all the time. She used to come by, she fucked with different homies, you know what I mean? And, you know, she was a fly chick. So when I go pick this female up, you know, I'm thinking, because I know a couple homies that had hit that and liked it and loved it and used to brag on it. I never thought it would be me, but the thought of how good that she is, and I got a shot at it, let's go. So I scoop her up. I got a Impala. I got a Chevy Impala at the time, a black one. Got the beat in it and stuff. So scoop her up. And she wants to stop at A&J's Liquor or A&J's Market on Vernon and Wall Street. Man, I got this neighborhood hat on. I got this neighborhood shirt on, the master hat. I believe this to be Fortray Gangsta Hood. And that's what I'm thinking in my mind. Like, when you're dealing with these women, man, they don't give a damn about you or your well-being. They want adrenaline rush just like we do. But their rush is going to come from, oh, this nigga had a squabble, this nigga stayed down, this nigga didn't run, this nigga got bust on, this nigga shot somebody. Like, for all the wrong reasons, They'll take you anywhere throughout LA, neglecting your gang ties, your gang affiliation, your reputation, all of that. They don't give a damn about that. And sometimes us men just be suckers. We be suckers. You done heard stories. You done heard cartoon talk about going to the 60s for a girl. You done heard other dudes talk about this type of stuff. This is what goes on in LA. Behind a piece of pussy. Like the homie from UG said. A lot of wars start behind a piece of pussy. Anyway, we do stupid things sometimes with dealing with these women. So I pull up to the store, and there's a parking lot on the west side of the store. I am not finna park in that parking lot. I'm not finna get caught or killed right there. You can kill me in front of the door. So I pull up. I had a black Impala at the time with beat on it, some little cheap rims, chrome rims, and I pull up in front of the door. That way, at least, if somebody seen me or somebody do a drive-by, the car kind of shields me. So I park in front of the door. I get out. I got this neighborhood hat on. I got this neighborhood shirt on. I got some blue Air Force Ones on and some jeans. And I get out the car. She don't want to get out, so I get out the car. And I go get 2 fists. Grey Goose. So I go up in this liquor store, and there's 3 dudes in there, and a smoker. Smoker goes out. And one of the dudes like, "What's up, cuz? What's up, Crip?" Another one walks over to us. "Where you from?" "I'm from neighborhood." "Neighborhood what?" "Neighborhood Crip." All right, another dude walks up, shakes my hand. "What's up, cuz? What's up?" Boom. They walk out. They walk out the liquor store. One of them comes back in the liquor store. And he say, "Hey, cuz, what's up? Where you from?" "From neighborhood Crip." Like, all right, Eastside Fultress Gangster. All right. I already knew they was from Fultress Gangster. They had to be from Fultress Gangster, as far as in my mind goes. So they must have thought I was from East Coast, because Fultress, and I'm thinking when I tell them where I'm from, and I don't say the set because I know they get along with the neighborhood East Coast Crips. I know that. Like, them is the main neighborhoods on that east side. East Coast, the biggest set on the east side. Fultress go back to the beginning, so they always had this close relationship. Raymond Washington used to always mess with a couple dudes, Pitbull and a few others from Fultress Gangster. Raymond Washington fucked with the 60s. Raymond Washington's brother, nephews, and nieces lived in the 60s, up in the hills. Some of the homies had close ties to the East Coast. So that's our realm of society, and they intertwine with the East Side. But they don't fuck with us, though. They don't fuck with me anyway. You know what I mean? Ain't no 60s supposed to be over there. Nigga, you out of bounds. So I'm out of bounds. And I escaped by the hairs of my chinny chin chin. This bitch almost got me done. She almost got me done. Done. Chipped. So I go get back in the car, and she say, "What took you so long?" Nigga, I start sweating. "What took me so long? You see them niggas walk up out of here? Why you choose this liquor store? Man, there's a million liquor stores in LA. Why you choose this one?" So boom, we have a little back and forth, and I'm still sitting there. And this fool pull up on the bike, and he look. He said, "What's up, cuz?" "What's up, Crip?" Start the car. We getting out of here. Boom. I'm like, damn, boy, this liquor store hot for them. They coming through here left and right. Maybe they gonna watch the execution too. And everybody getting drunk. Everybody getting drunk for the execution. So anyway, me and old girl, we shoot to Lancaster because my oldest brother and his girl was in Lancaster. So we going to kick it with them. Boom, jump on the freeway, shoot to Lancaster. When we get to Lancaster, bro and his girl ain't fucking with us. They immediately go in the bedroom. Me and old girl, we got the living room to ourselves. So we drink a bottle. Yeah, that's enough for me. She on the second bottle without me, you know. And then she forcing me, like, here, have another drink. So I pour a little more. I'm faded. She ain't so faded. Leading right up into 12 o'clock, right up into the execution. She wants to go get another bottle. God damn. Bro, you want anything? Nah. Boom. We shoot to a store, grab another bottle, and come back. We make a little pallet on the floor. Now she's getting faded. I ain't finna drive like that. Even if I wanted to drive. I don't want to drive because I want to get some. I didn't just come here for the execution. I came here to execute something else. And boom. She get to rubbing on me. Finally, she rubbing on me and shit. And I'm like, cool. But hold on. I want to watch the execution. So, you know, I didn't like the way them devils sat there and watched Tookie being put to death. I didn't like the way that whole thing went down. It's like they just wanted to make sure he was gone. They wanted to make sure this big Crip figure died in front of the whole world. They wanted to send a message to the Crips. And I'm thinking about all them brothers on death row, man. They might be next. I was hoping Arnold Schwarzenegger stopped the execution. His old jealous ass Republican just went ahead and followed through with it, man. I didn't like that. But I did like where I was and who I was with for that night.
You know you doing that shit on purpose, baby. That pussy wetter than some water, let me serve it, baby.
And I finally got it. I got it. Like I said, I had never thought about getting it, never tried, none of that. And so we did our thing, you know what I mean? And never hit it again. Never even seen her again. Like, that was it. You know what I'm saying? That was like our goodbye. It's like her pussy got killed too. Because it never came back around. You know, I'm joking, but I'm for real. Y'all know how I do. But yeah, sad night, man. Sad night for the Crips. Sad night for me. Overall, you know, because Tookie was this big figure in the Crips. He was the face of the Crips. At the time of his death, all over newspapers, all over the news and all that. Snoop Dogg going to scene, Jamie Foxx, you know, all these people came out the woodworks to go and show support to Tookie. But that's my story. Hope you liked it. I didn't want to go all off deep into the politics of different things.
The final announcement was made.
The unofficial time of death for condemned inmate Stanley Williams is 12:35 p.m. We will have an official time of death when the warden arrives to give a brief statement.
He had no last words.
Click that like button, leave a comment, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm out of here, y'all.